People don't always remember the first Mario Party game's minigames that fondly. After all, this is the game that required Nintendo to offer free gloves to players because rotating the joystick caused injuries. But outside of the terrible joystick rotation games, Mario Party remains to this day one of the best games to play with your friends, before destroying those friendships in a heated rage. Today, we're taking a look at my personal favorite top 10 minigames from the original Mario Party.
Number 10.
Piranhas Pursuit. This is a problem throughout the Mario Party universe, but Mario Party 1 might have it the worst. 1 versus 3 minigames just usually aren't that good, and they end up with either one player getting destroyed, or the other 3 players getting destroyed. Piranhas Pursuit is at least an okay balance between the two. 3 players repeatedly ground pound to fuel a ravaging plant, while the skateboard player has to run and jump away. The skateboard player probably has the advantage, but if you make just a single mistake, you're plant food. And when you have 3 other players all screaming for you to fail, it makes for a pretty high pressure scenario. And if you do get caught, the end result is brutal.
Number 9.
Hot rope jump. I don't have much to say for this one. It's rope, it's hot, you jump over it, sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's slow. It tries to trick you, fun to be had for all ages.
Number 8.
Shy Guy Says. Shy Guy Says is by no means complex. Press A when he says A, B when he says B. But the pressure, man, the pressure! You make one wrong move and you're humiliated by getting cast off into the sea. It eventually gets so fast that you're basically forced to guess when he throws up 2 flags before quickly deciding one. It's like a metaphor. This game will sever your friendships, just like Shy Guy severs your last rope of life.
Number 7.
Slot Car Derby. This is a frustrating game for many because it doesn't explain the rules very well. Your analog stick is the throttle, and by tilting in any direction, harder or softer, you'll propel your slot car character across the track. Knowing when to stagger your direction inputs for quick turns so that you don't spin out is the name of the game. It's a decent challenge amongst friends once you know what you're doing. But you know who does know what he's doing? Toad. He's the final boss of Minigame Island, and you'll eat his dust if you aren't ready to go. Curse you, Toad.
Number 6.
Bumper Ball Maze. The original Bumper Balls game is a fun story, the first minigame I ever did. And even then, we learned what makes it terrible. If more than one player knows what they're doing, you're going to draw all the time. Bumper Ball Maze is nothing like the original, other than the fact that you are on a bumper ball. It's likely the least played Mario Party minigame because it can only be secretly unlocked by beating the game's Minigame Island. You're forced to navigate 3 different tricky mazes, each with a ball that doesn't exactly lend itself to incredible physics. You have to finish under a minute for each, so that's incentive for going quickly even though it's extremely reckless. There's also shortcuts on every stage, but you have to decide if it's worthwhile to make a sudden change in direction while trying to navigate on this crazy ball. This is like the original Super Monkey Ball. Literally, I'm a monkey on a ball!
Number 5.
Crazy Cutter. Crazy Cutter's a neat enough concept. Attempt to trace the shape of a Mario character to the best of your abilities while beating the timer. Almost every game in Mario Party 1 is a simple win-or-loss scenario, but in Crazy Cutter, there's 2 big factors that make it stand out. 1, you're scored from 1 to 100, and 2, more than one player can win as long as you cut at least 80 points. You could argue that the Mario Party 2 revision of Crazy Cutter is better, where only the best score wins, but it's nice for once to have a game where you can put up a good performance and still get rewarded, even if you don't necessarily win.
Number 4.
Bobsled Run. Many of the original 2-player Mario Party minigames are pretty bad, but Bobsled Run is legit. It's a straightforward race with a button mash to launch, boost pads, and even some sections where you can fall straight off the track if you aren't careful. This race can last up to a minute plus, making it one of the most epic games that Mario Party 1 has to offer.
Number 3.
Facelift. You know that thing in the opening screen of Mario 64? This is that, but a minigame, and it's great. It's a face-off, where you have to use your hands to maneuver Bowser's face into the monstrosity that's presented in the center of the screen. The closer you get, the higher your final score. There's a lot of leeway with how you can alter Bowser's face, so getting a perfect score is actually really challenging. And unlike Crazy Cutters, only the best score wins this time. It's beautiful.
Number 2.
Running in the Bulb. Mario Party doesn't always lend itself to 4-player cooperative strategy. Just look at Keep Away. Strategy. But running in the bulb is an altogether different beast. Your goal is to take the bulb across a scrolling stage in order to activate a light and defeat the ghosts. There's a shocking amount of rules, and that's what makes it so chaotic. If you get hit by a ghost, you become a ghost zombie. But you can punch ghosts. You can also punch ghost zombies to de-zombify them. But if a ghost zombie touches you before you punch them, then you become a ghost zombie. And if they touch you with the bulb, they bring the bulb back to the big ghost. If you touch the big ghost, you're out of the game for good, and if it gets the bulb, you lose. It becomes a hectic mess, and because it's cooperative, this is one of the very few times in Mario Party where you're all responsible for the fate of the coins. Oh yeah, and something Halloween, because that happened recently. 2 spooky for me, 3 spooky, 5 you. Spoopy.
Number 1!
Mushroom Mix-Up. I love this game so much. It takes the drama of quick decisions, similar to Shy Guy Says, but upgrades it to a full-scale battle full of strategy. You have to run to the color Toad throws up before every other platform drops into the sea. Things start simply enough, but get intense as the game goes over time. Whenever a player jumps in midair, you can deny them by jumping in sync, or you can move under them as they land to force them to deal with a giant midair bounce. It's fast-paced, stressful, encourages backstabbing, and is overall just a ton of good old-fashioned fun. Thanks for watching today's Nintendo Top 10. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see others like it, you can help out the channel by clicking the big subscribe button at the bottom. And if you want to see some E3 preview footage of the upcoming Mario Party 10, you can check that out right here. And if you want to see me and my fiancée, Renee Collects, fight in Mario Party Live, we stream every Monday night for Mario Party Mondays at twitch.tv/TheJWittz. If you guys end up enjoying this video, maybe we can do a future top 10 list for every Mario Party game. Either way, we'll catch you guys next time.